Do you care what people think of you?
Yes. Well, no and yes. I really don't care, but I don't like. I care when it's negative and it's false. That's when I care. So like, that's when I care. But like people opinions and stuff like that, not really. I just don't like when people like are saying stuff and trying to make it like it's true, like trying to state a fact that's a lie. So, you know.
Sometimes when people do care about other people's opinions, though, it can lead to health issues. Sometimes it's a certain level of stress, anxiety, depression, worst case, suicidal thoughts. Did you face any of these obstacles when you did care about another person's opinion of you?
Yes, I done went through all of that before. Mm, it's hard, but you know, some people make it out. I made it out, but some people don't, and they actually like go through with it. But I didn't, with the help of my family, you know, praying for me and stuff, and I didn't.
Was things like anxiety, depression, was that a self-diagnosis, or were you ever diagnosed by a professional?
It was self-diagnosed and by a professional. When I was pregnant, I was put on. I was given a prescription of depression pills, but I never took them. But yeah, and before I was pregnant, I actually had pills for anxiety because I had real bad anxiety.
Did you take the medication for anxiety?
Yeah, I was taking it.
Did that help?
It just made me sleep. I feel like it just made me feel mellow, just real calm and relaxed.
And the pills for the depression, you didn't take that. Why not?
Because I did my research on it and I was pregnant, even though I know it wasn't gonna hurt my baby because it was prescribed to me by my OB. So I just did my research and it was saying like when you start taking them, it's gonna get worse and then it's gonna get better. And then if you stop taking them, you'll be worse than you was before. So I just never took them. I was scared. So I just tried to find ways to, do it naturally, like to help myself get out of that.
Were you able to?
Kind of. I started to like put all my focus and my energy and just everything into my baby and my pregnancy, and then that helped. And then it's like after I gave birth, I started dealing with the postpartum. So it just like came back, I guess.
Was that something you were able to overcome, the postpartum?
Yeah, it took a while. I'm I'm I feel like I'm just not getting out of it. Like just now, and my son is about to be 1 in May. So some people go through it for years, they say, but like I feel like I'm just not like finding myself again, like the old me.
And for time reference, it's March 2021. When it came to the pills for depression that you end up not taking, did you ever have a follow-up about that with your OB that prescribed it? Did he know or she know that you didn't end up taking it and you were going through a different approach for that?
Yes, because I had to go back to the doctor and stuff. So they ask you, how, and they call, but I ended up going back to the doctor because I started getting like later into my pregnancy, and you had to go back. Like I had started having to go back like every 2 weeks or something like that. So um, I just ended up telling her. She asked, and I told her like I didn't take them, and she didn't say anything. She was just saying like if I ever wanted to start, I always had a prescription filled. So.
And now that you don't have the baby in your body anymore, no thought to take that prescription still?
No.
And when it came to anxiety, depression, things that we just mentioned here, were those one-time situations that you faced in your life, or is that something that you continue to experience? We know the postpartum you're coming out of, but what about the anxiety, I guess, more or less? Is that something that still comes back into your life, or have you overcome that completely?
I still deal with anxiety, but, I'm not trying to take medicine or anything for it. Like, once you figure out what triggers it, you try to avoid it. So, that's like what I'm really doing, just trying to avoid my triggers.
You ever had a follow-up with the doctor that prescribed the anxiety medicine and they know that you don't take it anymore?
Yeah, because it was so long ago. Like, that was probably like 2019, 2018, like so long ago.
So you had a follow-up with that doctor, or you never did?
No, I never did, because it's like I went to the emergency room and like I got a prescription then, so it was like, yeah.
It wasn't like your family doctor or...
It was like I went to the emergency room and they gave me a prescription.
And how do you deal? Well, you answered that, so forget that question there. Okay. Looking back, did you make the right decision making there? Not taking the medicine for either or?
Yes, I feel like I did, because it made me stronger. Like, it made me realize stuff, and it made me think about a lot. And it taught me patience.
When it comes to professionals, do you want to see professionals for either of this anymore?
No. I just feel like, I don't know, my opinion on like therapists and stuff like that, I don't want to say it don't work. I just feel like it's kind of like a waste of time. Well, for me, it was kind of like a waste of time. It's like you just sit there and just, talk, but you still feel those ways, so,
And you have experienced a therapist before?
I done had like 3, 4. I did it with like couples and by myself.
And you've seen 3 or 4 different therapists?
Yeah.
Or you had 3 or 4 different times of seeing the same therapist?
Like different ones. I did like the couples thing before, and then I did the one for by myself. Like after I had my baby, I did it for the postpartum.
And after seeing 3 or 4, this is how you feel about it?
Yeah. Because it's like days when you don't want to talk to them. Well, I know that's me. Like, it's days I just don't want to talk. Yeah, those days just keep continuing.
Now, what about cancel culture? Are you familiar with that phrase?
Cancel culture?
Yeah.
Ain't this like Tokyo Jets? She named that.
She has a project called Cancel Culture.
Yeah, so that's all I know.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the formal definition of cancel culture. According to dictionary.com, cancel culture refers to the popular practice of withdrawing support for public figures and companies after they have done or said something considered objectionable or offensive. Cancel culture is generally discussed as being performed on social media in the form of group shaming. So you may be seeing a mob of comments on a post, for example, saying, cancel this product, cancel this person, cancel this brand, things of that nature. Are you familiar with that?
Oh yeah, I done seen that a lot, like social media canceling people.
What is your opinion of that, cancel culture?
I feel like it's a catchy trend, but I feel like some people who they cancel shouldn't get canceled. I don't know, but some people do deserve to get canceled. Like, some people go too far. Like, goes too far.
You being a public figure, does that worry you at all? Something you fear, perhaps? Being canceled yourself?
Yes, I do, but then again, no. But it's just like, I don't want to say social media is just so sensitive now, but it's like any little wrong thing you do or say could get you canceled or make people judge you or feel some type of way about you. Or like things that's out of your control sometimes can get you canceled. So yeah, that kind of is like a fear. Sometimes, you know, people just wake up and not like you because of something. Sometimes it's out of your control. So yeah.
Has that happened to you at all? Have people attempted to cancel something you've said, something you've done, or you as a whole?
Yeah, I would say yes because like certain things with my last relationship, people be like, I'm done with her, or she, they'll say, oh, get her out of here, like, oh, this again, like, everybody have like a negative opinion on me. And they'll be all saying like, I'm done with her, she's stupid. And I remember one time from a certain situation, I saw like my followers actually decrease. So I guess I got canceled. I don't know.
And when you refer to this relationship, who are you referring to?
My ex, my child's father.
Overall speaking, who is your biggest critic at this point?
I just want to say, like, people on social media, like, my supporters.
Do you have somebody specific, though, in your inner circle? Friends? Relatives? That's maybe your biggest critic of you.
I want to say my daddy.
And have you two ever fell out over it?
Yes.
Were things able to get back on track at some point?
Yes, but yeah, but we just don't get along. Like, we don't see eye to eye, and it's a lot of stuff with him. It's like nothing is never enough. Like, I'm just not good enough. I feel like nothing I do is good enough if it's not what he want me to do.
When it comes to criticism, overall speaking, we'll take him out of the equation, but when it comes to criticism, is that something you welcome? Is that something you want to hear or no?
I welcome criticism, but it's all about how you deliver it. Because some people could be saying some great stuff, some wise stuff, but they don't know how to deliver it. So I just feel like if you go criticize someone, like, try and get your deliverance together before you criticize them, because you might could be saying some good stuff, but your tone or the way you say it, or you come at that person, or make the person feel some type of way, or make them feel like, why you so hostile, like you being feeling like this, just like come at someone in a respectable way, how you want to be treated. That's how I feel about that. So I welcome constructive criticism.
You take it into consideration?
Yeah, because like I always like to see how someone else look at me, like how I am to someone else's point of view, like in their point of view, how I'm in. You know what I'm saying?